Worst human being alive. This guy right here, Joey Merlino.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.
Welcome to this episode of the Sonny and Staxx Show. Hey.
Yo, here we are.
Thank you too much.
Thank you. They are unbelievable. I think some of these people sleep here in the audience and they never go home.
I know. They're just here. Once we start again, they're right back where we left them. How you doing, man?
All right, I'm doing all right.
Lots of craziness going on out there with the campuses. You see that?
Wow, down here they started. What's his name? DeSantis sent them in.
He
sent
don't
in
play.
the National Guard. They started locking them up, spraying them with mace and everything else.
So the New York mayor did an interview, complete lies, telling complete lies. Like he's saying like how he's the one that's trying to save the city and all this. We're not giving the migrants money and all that. Complete lies.
He's totally.
He wants to be reelected again, flossing his his name brand scarf and shit while there's people sleeping on the street. It's just crazy, man.
It is crazy.
See that lady that confronted him on the jet when he was flying?
Oh yeah.
She goes, where are you going? Why are you leaving New York?
The report on him was not favorable when he was wearing a badge. Let's just leave it at that.
Whoa, he was a police officer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and put the bell on all so you can get all the videos every time they drop. Almost at 10,000. And I need 45 more people. Or 55.
55?
55 more people.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Hey, it's big accomplishment. It's been a long grind. Yep, 55 more people. It's been a long grind, and I'm just getting started. I got some major things in the works. And we're going to play a bunch of videos today. Today, we're going to go over Phil Leonetti versus Joey Merlino. Shout out to Joey Merlino, the skinny. Make sure you guys go check him out on Patreon. And so what do you think about Phil Leonetti?
I think he's a piece of shit, actually.
Yeah, he's one of the worst. He's good friends with Scammy Gravano.
Well, there you go. I just verified it.
Yeah. That says it all right there, right? I mean, these people, and we're going to go over this tomorrow with Michael Francesi, how his contradiction is insane. It's just crazy, the contradictions that he does.
Yes.
We're going to point them out.
He is he was back, like, what'd you say he was doing? Backtracking, backstepping, whatever, for a while. And now he just came out with a whole rant about, because somebody had said that OJ hired some Gambinos to kill Nicole and Ron Goldman.
Not true.
Of course not. So he went off, that's bullshit. That we would never do that. We don't kill civilians. We don't touch women. We don't.
Arnold Schuster.
Huh? Yeah. I mean,
Arnold Schuster, probably one of the most famous victims of the Mafia, was a civilian.
Yeah.
Told on John Dillinger, and Anastasia had him killed because he was a public rat and he didn't like it.
You know what he would say, right? Oh, well, that was before my time.
Yeah. Mary Berry. Civilian.
Mary Berry.
Yeah, killed by Greg Scarpa Jr.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg Scarpa Jr. killed her. Hey, LB Green, what's up, man? Grudge Truck, how are you? Pink Panther, what's going on? We got some major things going on with Pink Panther, Sato, and Tattoo Page. We got a whole international crime ring that we're going to be showing you guys. And I'm going to play a clip of Sato's interview today. It's a multiple part interview. It's really good. He says a lot of information. Muggsy, how you doing?
Did you read what LB Green just wrote?
No.
I met Phil in Bucks County Jail. He got arrested for his 6th DWI. He was in there for about an hour. The FBI came in. He was released immediately.
Where's that? Where's Bucks County? And why would he be so close to New York?
Bucks County, I think, is in Pennsylvania, isn't it?
I don't know if he would be in Pennsylvania. He's in the witness protection program still.
Well, it doesn't say when this happened.
Yeah, when did that happen, LB Green? Right outside of Philly. That's before he cooperated, right? Or after? Sato was super loyal.
Had to be right at the time. He says he was in the holding cell for an hour. The FBI showed up. He was released just like that on the spot.
I'm sure. I mean, these people need to do something to release the rattiness in them, right? So they drink. They have crutches that
I'm
they
gonna drink it. I'm gonna drink it out of my system.
A lot of them do it. Frank Fortolino, he's a sloshy drunk. He makes comments on YouTube, makes threats. He's a punk, man. He ain't nothing but a punk. Leonetti has 6 OUIs. Holy shit. It was years ago. He's still on the area. Holy shit. I didn't know that. So he wrote a book with Scott Bernstein, if people don't know. I forgot the name of it. What is it? Mafia Prince or some shit?
Oh, yeah.
Mafia Rap Prince. Vegas Pete, how are you? Latin Butterfly, what's going on?
Except I didn't know it that they wrote it together. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they held hands, skipped around, and wrote it together. Now, Scott Bernstein's been telling a lot of untruths lately. And
I think a lot of that's going to happen with all of them. They're in a rush to get the first story out, and they're not doing their due diligence.
No, they're doing a disservice to the genre. These people allege that they started the genre. They didn't start shit. They're a bunch of fraudsters and
yeah.
losers,
I told you about
man.
Your buddy who said that.
Yeah, he ain't my fucking butt. Listen,
I started when I say your buddy. You know what I'm saying.
No, I understand, but we don't name
I
people
started
over
this
here.
whole thing.
And
I was the first one. I'm the emperor. I'm like, what the fuck?
But he begged me for an interview.
I've made tons and tons of money on this show. By the way, don't forget and give me a donation.
Fucking grifter at its finest.
And then he goes, you know what? I got to change that. It's not a donation. Okay. You're paying anything you do in life that you pay for a service. I'm giving you a service. I'm giving you entertainment. And this is your contribution to keep me alive on the air and keep entertaining you people.
Well, they should starve them to death then. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
People like that, self-entitled fucking losers with thin skin, they're punks, man. I don't have time for those types of people. And we don't entertain losers over here. We keep it moving. I can't stand how begs for money. And fuck that guy and everything he's about. So one question to Sonny. You ever get in trouble and want to hear your experience to close calls?
Wow.
Ever get in trouble? Want to hear your experience to close calls? Did you ever get in trouble and have a close call experience?
I have been far from an angel my whole life. Oh, one quick story is a friend of mine. We were hanging out in a club, and we were trying to hit on these 2 girls, and they were having none of us, you know. Yeah. So they went to the bartender, and the bartender said, "Guys, leave them alone." And like, so words led to words, and they got the bouncers, and we were asked to leave. And as we're leaving, my friend, I didn't know this. He went back in. He goes, I got to get my cigarettes. He went up to the bartender. I find out later, and he says, we'll be back. I'm going home to get my gun. Now, I don't know this.
Oh, God.
But
Why?
I don't know this happened.
Was his name Leto?
What? Yeah, right. So now we're walking down the street on my way to the car. And as we're getting about maybe a block away from where the club is, three cars pull up, cop cars. And I look and I go, wow, we got out of here just in time. We get to the other corner where I'm turning and they're chasing us. One in the car screeches to a halt and the others are on foot and they're chasing. And I fucking just panic. I run around the corner, go in the back. It's I knew the area and there's stairs that go down where you can go into the basement underneath this hardware store. So we went down there and we fucking like crunched down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Figuring they're just gonna look around and we could see the flashlight going and blah blah blah. And then the guy shines it down. The
Catches
flashlight.
you.
He catches Charlie. He didn't see me. So just get up here and walk slowly with your hands up in the air. So Charlie walks
Your
up.
friend goes, we're caught. Come on.
I swear to God, that's what happened.
What?
He goes, what are you doing? Didn't you hear let's go. Come on, come up here. And the cop goes, somebody else down there with you? No, I got to come up. As I'm coming up, I'm going up very slowly. It's dark. There's no fucking light except for the street light. And when I get to the top, right to my head like this, was the cop. And they took us and they left us in for about 4.5 hours in the holding cell with all the skulls of the earth. And Charlie admitted, I was only fucking with the bartender. It was a different time back then.
Yeah.
The cop goes, you could go to jail for saying something like that. Don't be such a
100%.
tough guy. And God, get the fuck out of here. I said, but my car is back at the bar. And the cop goes, I don't give a shit. So we had to find a way to get back. There were no Ubers back then.
No. You only had your thumb, right?
Yeah.
It's how you can.
But what an asshole to say that.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Hey, that's crazy. So a lot of people do that type of shit. Oh, we're caught. Come on, the jig's up. Why would he do that?
I couldn't believe he said it. I know he didn't do anything because I still didn't know what Charlie had done.
Yeah.
I said, so the only worst thing that can happen is he would have to answer like, "Why'd you run?" I was scared, whatever. And he's halfway up. He goes, "Come on, what are you waiting for? Didn't you hear the cop?" I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I hope you never hung out with him again.
I beat the living daylights out of him when we were clear.
Oh, that's terrible, man. Hey, there's people like that.
But he got even with me. He stole my girl.
He did?
He did.
Oh, man. Shout out to everyone out there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's check out today's video.
So who are you looking at? Oh,
trash bag dumpster fire, Mr. Phil Leonetti.
All right.
You guys were strong and you were feared by them, even though it's been many years. Yeah. So the consigliere of Angelo Bruno.
You hear him? We were. He loves it. Just like Merlino said, he loved it when people called him Crazy Phil Leonetti because it gives you a certain persona on the street, right?
He used to, yeah. Now he does. Now he hates it. I hate that name. I hate that nickname.
He's full of shit. He loves it. Still love it. You hear the excitement in his voice when he starts talking about it.
His name is Joe, I believe, right? Joe, how do you say his last name?
Riget?
Yes.
Joe, yeah.
Joe took a liking to your uncle, right? Nicky, and because they were both from Naples or something they had in common.
Calabria.
Yeah. And at one point, there's a story about Joe wanted him to marry his daughter, and Nicky told him to his face, I'd never marry your ugly daughter. Is that a myth or is that the truth?
Up?
No, it wasn't my uncle. It was Chucky Merlino.
Chucky Merlino didn't want to marry their daughter.
Yeah, he wanted him to marry his daughter. And after he didn't want to marry his daughter, he wanted to kill Chucky.
Now, how is Chucky connected to Nicky?
Chucky started hanging with my uncle when he was 16 years old.
Is he family or he's just an associate?
No, just a good friend. His father knew my uncle, Chucky's father. So
at this point of the game, Nicky hasn't publicly insulted the boss yet. There's not been an insult.
No.
It's pretty, by the rules. He's following the rules. He's protecting the family.
Up to a certain point. Yeah, he's following the rules up to a certain point, like with this bar and all. I mean, he didn't listen to him because Ange went behind his back, tried to grab it for himself because he was money hungry.
Nicky was.
No, Angelo Bruno.
Angelo Bruno. He's the one that was making $12 million a month at the time?
He was making a lot. He was the biggest drug dealer in Philadelphia, Angelo Bruno, believe it or not.
And one of the rules is to not do any kind
That's
of
right.
drugs.
Yeah.
Did that annoy Nicky, the fact that he was touching drugs?
Well, we couldn't say anything about it.
Nicky wasn't the boss. So what the fuck is Nicky gonna do about
Right.
Angelo Bruno dealing drugs? He was one of his underlings. He's not like has no type of power at that point. I mean, I guess he was kind of vicious in the beginning, right? Killed a guy with a butter knife in a diner when he was a kid.
Angelo?
No, Nicky Scarfo.
Nicky, yeah.
Yeah, he
I,
killed
I find it hard to believe that Angelo was selling drugs. You might have had people that are under him doing it and they knew about it maybe, but
no, he was on the street selling nickels and dimes. Come on, Sonny. He's selling kilos, nickel and dime in them.
oh, I'm sorry. My fault.
Look at the source it's coming from. Come on.
Interesting. So you go to Atlantic City. At what point in Atlantic City do you guys start making real money?
When gambling came.
Okay.
When casino gambling came, we got hooked up with unions. We had them all the unions.
You're dealing with union, and this is kind of giving you an upper hand, this giving you an edge on doing more business. At this point of the game in Atlantic City, are you guys making good money?
We're
now?
making a lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
Well, I know he was making at least $20,000 a month with the union.
Mile High
So
Magic,
20,
thank
okay,
you.
one account is
Appreciate it.
$20,000 a month.
We started a shakedown business, which Saul Kane, who was an associate of ours, came up with. We called it the Elbow. We would go around to people in illegitimate businesses and say,
Called it the elbow.
The elbow.
Like, come on, kick up your money now.
Bend
Hey,
that
look.
elbow.
Yeah.
who gave you the okay to start this business? You owe us money for being in illegal business, because we're here to protect you if you have a problem with anybody else, because anybody could shake you down.
So let's talk a little bit about your uncle's personality. What was he like? So, and what I mean by what was he like, I mean, obviously in a minute I want to get into what happens when you become an underboss, all of that, but a little bit about your uncle's personality. What was his personality like? If he's in the room right now and say he's at a peak of him being a boss, what would he be like? What kind of a person would he be if we're going out to dinner?
Depending on what the type of mood he's in. If he's in a bad mood, you won't want to be around him. He's out of his mind. He's crazy. He's in a good mood. He's a likable
Another one
guy.
with good hair.
He wasn't a nice guy to be around.
Huh?
I said another one with good hair.
Yeah, right? He had good hair until he passed away. Thank you, Mob 2 Memes. Appreciate it. Maureen, how are you?
Hi,
All the
everybody.
time.
Jimbo Slice was good. I wish Patrick David had a few knives during this interview. He doesn't ask him anything like when did you really start cooperating? Because I know it wasn't after you got arrested. This guy was cooperating long before that, I believe. What do you think?
I do. I believe that.
Him and Sammy. I think they both were. Sammy's probably the one that put the bug in the fucking club.
You know, it's like the best kept secret, which means it's so simple that we're trying to make more out of it than it is.
Or it was Louis Casman. You know, the guy who wore a wire at John Gotti's eulogy. He's trying to fucking indict the dead body of John Gotti.
Right. Yeah.
He wore a wire on the fucking family while they're grieving. You believe that shit?
Yep. At the wake.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
He ain't no adopted son. He's adopted trash bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that he gave himself that name, but it turns out that they're saying the press gave him that name. Like, I don't know about that. A lot of people don't even know who that guy is. You have to be
legitimate.
Yeah.
Louis Ratman. His name should be. He cooperated quite a few times. He was
Yes, he did.
cooperating while John Gotti was alive. But that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother episode.
Oh, we got plenty of them.
Oh, yes, we do. Stay tuned.
Like, people that met him would like him, you know, because he would con them and all. But to be around him all the time, when you see how he really was, how he treated his wife and what he did in his life, it was no good.
What was a turning point for you where you kind of started thinking he's an evil man? Was there any...
Yeah, when Salvi, when we were going to kill Salvi, that killed me. That really killed me. That hurt me. And there was nothing I could do about it.
So listen to this. You know that he killed the guy. I forgot the guy's name, but he killed a guy and then married the guy's girlfriend. He's still
Right.
with her.
Yeah. And he sees nothing wrong with it.
He's still with her.
He's still with her. Yes.
Wild. She is
His
just as
excuse
trashy
was
as him.
she was just a friend of mine. You know, man. He goes, I wasn't doing anything with her when I killed her boyfriend. You know, whatever. I forgot the guy's name too. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I killed him, but I wasn't seeing her then. It was months afterwards, and you know, we just used to sit and talk, and then we fell in love.
Wild. Let's
If
take
it
a
was
look
anybody else, what do you think he'd be saying? This motherfucker. Could you believe what he did?
Yeah, it's
Right?
wild. It's wild the hypocrisy these people present. It's insane. It's like
Absolutely.
and they believe the bullshit they say. It's wild. But let's take a look at what Joey Merlino had to say about Leonetti.
Okay.
This other fuck
About Leonetti.
piece of shit.
All right.
I don't even know what the name is. I would never read it. I would never buy it. He left a few chapters out. He said I was in the book. He said I was a troublemaker, a punk. He said I robbed somebody's house, jewelry. I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
That ain't nice.
He said he wanted to kill me, whatever.
He wanted to kill him. But in the interview, he said that he was a little kid at the time. Like, he was a young kid.
Yeah.
But he definitely knew who his father was. He was afraid of his father. That's why he ended up cooperating. He was terrified of Nicky Scarfo and Chucky Merlino.
Listen, I know that Scarfo's dead, and I'm still scared of him.
Yeah, a lot of people are, man. He was no joke.
No,
He was no joke.
He was
went
kind of
against-
like
He went
Merlino.
against the pagans too, didn't he?
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
big war. Crazy.
He left in one chapter. He left out. The reason I went to jail was because of his mother.
Really?
Yes, he was in a. It wasn't even a nightclub. It was a restaurant lounge called the Lido. And I was in there. I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
It was older. They like people 40, 50. It wasn't a nightclub. And his mother was in there, and 3 guys were in there. They were big. I was little. And they came in, and she was dancing with them. So I went and got her, brought her back over to the bar with me. She had a few drinks in her. And I said, stay over here with me. And the guy came over, said something. Fuck you. A fight broke out. I hit him.
Really?
The guy punched me. I hit him with a chair. A melee broke out, whatever. 2 years later, I get locked up.
2 years later, after a fight in a bar, he gets locked
Right.
up. You believe that shit? Richard, thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Hey, I wonder if that's where Lolo got his story from. I was hanging out in a bar, and they were picking on this girl, and I went over and said, "Hey, you don't do that while I'm here." And
Not me.
Kinda-
Because it's
kinda
just
eerily
Jeffy
similar.
stuff. That's just Jeffy stuff, you know?
Jeffy,
Big gangster.
Jeffy Lube.
Wild. Let's keep going with this.
Like somebody got stabbed.
Okay.
They locked me up. I got 7 years in jail. Well, I got 20. I thought I got 21 years. I went
For that.
Yeah.
Remember, this for entertainment purposes only. We don't wish harm on any of these people.
That's right. Hi, Ivan.
Pure satire. I think
Well,
other
who's-
people should probably get their own lines too.
Well, we should have a side bet. Who's going to come up with the satire next?
Listen, we are innovators over here, and people could steal whatever they want because we'll just make more.
Yeah, it's a
They
kind of a
can't.
compliment in its
It
own
is kinda-
twisted way. It's a compliment.
It kind of is, right?
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos.
Never arrested in my life. Never. No, nothing. The lawyer told me I was getting probation. I went to. Well, first I had Eddie Jacobs.
Okay.
See, one thing I want to know remember when he got banned from the casino? Was it before or after this incident happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Because he said he was young. He was young then.
I found out a little bit more about that wide band They were bringing in with them card counters. That's how they got caught. That's how they got the ban.
Oh,
Almost-
so yeah, but so they got banned for cheating in the casino. It wasn't because of
Yeah.
the whole having the connections with the unions and shit like that, right?
No.
Dustin says, "What happened, Mob 2 memes? I've been looking for you for a while." Wait, one, yes. They both bought bots. Yeah, a lot of people buy those bots.
They are out of control with these bots. It's fucking so stupid.
Listen, you know how you could tell if people are buying bots? It's easy, really easy to figure out. You see,
unless you're blind,
1,200 people watching, and their chats just sitting like this.
It doesn't
not
move.
moving at all.
Yeah.
Not moving.
The content is so good, they're just staring at the screen. They're not even chatting.
Yeah. It's insane. But hey, it's not my business what other people do. I'm on my own path, and I really don't care about what other people do, say, any of that, because I'm going to continue to do my thing, and I'm getting somewhere with it. We got a lot of great things in the future, and things are just getting better and better.
Oh, they are. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but you were a little too far ahead of your time. That most of these people that they're interviewing now, and even bringing back for a second interview, you interviewed like years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you were years ahead of them. But there wasn't a mad rush to see this back then. It was just kicking off, that whole Johnny Ra. Now,
Avatar, what's good, lads?
Now
good
look
stuff.
at all the new people that you're bringing in.
You don't care about us, Staxx. Only mess. Yeah. No, I really do. I really appreciate every single person that watches, even the ones that aren't commenting and are watching in the weeds. Because they're the ones that'll make me famous. 100%.
Exactly. Yankees for life. That's like that game. I'm sorry.
I'm not here to be famous on YouTube. That's not my goal. My goal is not to be a massive YouTube creator. I have other goals and plans, and you guys will see. It's gonna.
Well, if that's true, then you better stop doing those porn movies.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta get right off that. You see that Kanye West is starting a porn business, I guess.
Really?
Company. Yeah. That's what I hear.
With a W?
Dude lost his mind. Guy lost his mind.
They all have. That's the problem.
Yeah.
When they get tons of money, they do end up, most of them lose their mind. They get bored. They don't know what to do. They're going to try different things. The Illuminati swings. That's right. I said Illuminati, you fucks, wherever you are.
Yeah. Some people, they get a little money in their heads go. They can't even move out of the doorway. Their fucking head gets stuck in the doorway. Some of these people think that they're famous in their own minds. Mm-hmm. Some of these rats, some of these content creators, they think like they are famous. It's fucking weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
Shout out to
you get
Red
a guy
Fella.
like our tomorrow's discussion. A guy like him, Francis, who's going around and doing his speeches about finding God still to this day. And out of the other side of his ass, he's talking about the murders that were committed and this and that. And he's forgiven himself. He's God now. He's God.
Yeah.
He forgave himself. He looked in the mirror and said, "Michael, my son, you are forgiven." It's ridiculous.
And then he has this guy paint a picture with a bunch of gangsters and he's selling it.
50.
And there's
50 murderers.
There's rats on there.
50 murderers and rats. And he's selling it for the painting for $1,000. And like you just said, people are buying it.
He should have painted a bunch of rats with him in the middle.
Unbelievable.
That would have been great if he did that.
Because it's accepted now. Now people are going into their life knowing they're going to rat if they get in trouble.
Listen, honestly, I feel like these people's days are numbered. I really do. I think they're sleeping on what the truth is. You know what I mean? I think their false sense of they're complacent, and I think it's gonna a quick dose of reality is gonna hit them all soon.
Yeah,
I
it's
just,
coming.
I just have a feeling, you know.
It's coming. You know, I know a lot of them are getting remarks in their chat like this is getting old. That's,
Yeah,
that's
you
a
can
tell-
see a lot of them are clawing for content because they don't have shit. Doo-doo cuts his own hair. I'm sure he does. He's like, shout out to my barber, me. Salvatore, what's going on?
I wonder if
Dog.
when he interviewed Francis, did Francis look at his hair and go, you are forgiven.
You are forgiven. It's the egos, man. It's fucking wild.
It'll get you every time, not just in the genre, in life. If you let your ego rule who you are and where you're going in life, you ain't going nowhere but down.
So Michael Francis, he always says, I'm not a rat. I never put no one in prison. And then there's been the video of him ratting the whole thing, all his paperwork, all that. And now he's kind of like backpedaling.
It is.
Backpedaling, trying to admit it. You already lied. You already lied to all the people. And it's just a bad look for him, man.
See, the problem with him is he's really worried about what people think and everything about him.
He's a thin-skinned gangster.
It's just, you know, because he's got all this money coming in. I heard that there's some of the seats to go and watch him because he's on his way to, I think, the UK next.
No, I think they canceled it because he didn't sell enough tickets.
Ah, okay. That's what I was going to end up saying.
Yeah.
He was asking $3,500 for upfront seats. You get to take a picture with him. Who are you, Elvis?
Yeah. No one cares about you.
Jesus.
Just like these other scabs, right? Like scabs doing meet and greets and all that. You're fucking wild. Let's go meet the rat.
Yeah.
Make sure you bring a block of cheese with you. You get in for free. It's insane. If they were closer to me, I would troll them right at their own meet and greets. I would. It would be funny.
Yeah, we could do a meet and greet with Sammy if you want.
Yeah.
That T-shirts that say "Bless Alan Kaiser."
He's not allowed in New York City. He's banned for life.
I think the state, right?
Yeah, the whole state. You can't go back. We could always go to him.
What? Yeah, we'll go. We'll have Lee Cole drive us.
Yeah. Let's get back to the video.
And Philip was a suspect.
Good Satanzo, what's up, man? How are you? Avatar, Latin Butterfly, Gianni, Doug. Got a lot of people in the house. Make sure you guys all hit the like button. Put the bell on all. Share this video. We need 55 more people to have 10,000. So make sure you share this video and tell people to subscribe.
Look at that.
It was
Jeffy is doing a meet and greet and he's holding it in a phone booth.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gene about to have Sammy's baby. I'm sure.
conflict. I couldn't use him. They gave me Salavina. He looked like fucking Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
They gave me like a week, no, like 10 days to start trial.
Okay.
And I had Judge Parecki, Italian guy, he hated me.
Really?
And they picked out in a lineup. There was a picture of a guy walking against a brick wall.
Okay.
And they said it was me. This is the guy who did it.
Okay.
So I was looking at the picture. The fucking lawyer's blind. I said, this ain't me. I could tell by the outfit, the shoes.
Yeah,
So we hired a guy to come in. He measured each brick, the mortar, and how tall the guy was, and we blew it up. The guy was like fucking 5'10". I was like 5'5", 5'4".
Yeah.
And we blew the thing up, and the judge wouldn't let it in. I said, can't come in.
Can't use the evidence.
No, can't use it.
That's crazy. Wow. They blocked the evidence so that he can't even defend himself properly.
All right.
That's the dirty tactics that the government uses to get people jammed up.
Yes.
Let's get back to Rat. Leonetti.
Salvi, and if I told him, I know he wasn't going to leave. He was going to start shooting, and then what was I going to do? That was it. I couldn't do it.
What
no
led
more.
to that?
He got jealous of Sal. My uncle was jealous that Sal was getting a lot of attention. He was even written up in the Wall Street Journal as a rising star in the mob, which really upset him. And then, you know, what was bad, that this is a mistake Salvi made. When my uncle was away, he started going out with Chucky Merlino's daughter, Maria. And my uncle, as soon as he heard that, right away he thinks that Chucky and Salvi are going to get together and go against him. That's the way he thinks. And it didn't work out for Sal because she didn't work out for him. She used to break his balls, and they just didn't click together. So he finally told my uncle, he said, Nick, he says, I can't do this anymore. He says, I want to break up with Marie, and I just want to make sure it's okay. And my uncle said, yeah, no problem. That's fine. It's better to do it now before you get married and all. And then he wanted to kill him. After he told him that, he told Chucky he wants to kill him.
Why though?
Because he was very jealous of him.
That's crazy that Salvi got murdered over that. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Just because he was afraid that he was going to get power and
that's his
family.
Answer for it.
Yeah.
But that was one of his best friends.
One of his best guys he had. He was
went right along with the whole thing.
Salvi was a powerful guy. He was selling properties. He was selling all kinds of properties. He was what do they call those people that sell properties?
Property sellers.
Yeah, property sellers.
Real estate.
Real estate. He was a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And a crazy hitman too. He was no joke.
Oh yeah, he was a little crazy there.
He was feared on the street.
And respected though, but he took care of the people in the neighborhood.
100%. Make sure you go check out my interview with Sugar Bear Barberi. He tells a story about Salvi and them playing cards, and a situation happens. Make sure you go check it out. It's a really good episode.
Oh, I will. I think I know that story, but yeah, definitely.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but I know the story. It's a good story.
Yeah, it's great.
I like to hear Sugar Bear tell it.
Yeah, shout out to Sugar Bear. Go subscribe to his channel too. Shit.
He told me, he says, why do I have to take a chance that he would want to make a move on me? And I'm thinking to myself, he's not going to make a move on you.
He would have never did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I would have told him that, he's probably going to think that I'm involved with Sal to make a move on him. That's the way this guy thought.
Why did you know for certain that he wasn't going to make a move on him?
Of course, I know Salvi.
His personality?
I knew his personality. I knew him. He was with us. He actually loved us.
He is.
He was part of part of our family. I mean, even when he got killed, my mother got so mad at me. She said, how did you let this happen? You know, and it made me sick. And I said, there's nothing I could, what could I do?
Everything I read about Salvi is he was likable. He had the two dimples. He had the baby face. He was
a gangster.
Fun. He was a
good gangster.
Yeah, but at the same time, he had the values. He was the loyal guy. He wasn't a guy that wanted to cross. But do you see that as a common trend with someone who comes up aggressively like Nick did, that eventually you get to a point that you worry and you become paranoid that somebody could replicate exactly what you did to someone else? You think that's the trend on what caused Nicky to think that way, your uncle?
It could be. He didn't trust anybody. He was getting older he got, the more paranoid he got about everything and everybody. He started, even at one time he said, he didn't start trusting Lawrence. He was hanging in Philadelphia. He started hanging in Philadelphia a lot. And he said, look, I'll get guys in New York to come here and wipe everybody out if you guys stop listening to me. He was really starting to lose his mind.
What caused that though? Why?
And everyone kept listening to him. They followed him through the gates of hell. They were killing people. They were extorting people. They got into a fight with motorcycle gang, and all kinds of shit was going on.
Hey, Chicky
says Salvi would have been a great boss.
Absolutely. But he had no delusions of becoming one.
No, I don't think so. I think he was
happy where he was.
He was good where he was.
Why was he getting more paranoid? The only time you get more paranoid is if you're losing control and influence over your people. When you see that picture, you think about anything? Any emotions, any feelings?
Angelo Bruno, we used to call him Lefty because he was always trying to send us, like, trick us somehow.
So no, you didn't trust him?
No.
Lee Ignacio says, Sonny, Lee's a man of integrity.
Have a good day, Marta.
Not at all.
How about Donald
Hey,
Trump?
Marta, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
He's ripping the shit out of everybody.
Who?
Leonetti in this interview.
Yeah, he don't give a shit. Because
he's crapping all over dead people.
He's in the shade. He's in the fucking shadows talking shit.
Yeah. But he's
Donald
crapping
Trump,
on dead
I didn't
people.
know him when he was young. Now that he's the president, I don't think he's doing such a great job.
So in Atlantic City, you had no dealings with him?
Well, we did, but not naturally, not me personally. We had a club called the La Bistro Club, and we sold that club to Donald Trump.
Got it. And he knew he was buying it from you guys?
Well, he should have known, because I think he made a statement. He says, those guys are stupid, like he is. He says, I would have paid twice as much for that building. Your man.
I remember
Let's get
that.
this one here. Oscar Goodman.
Yeah.
I don't see the scar in this picture, though, at the top.
Joe Legambi. He was the only guy in Philadelphia. He's a good guy.
Good guy?
Yeah. He was a nice, he wasn't a bad guy, Joe Legambi. Out of
Okay.
all the guys in Philadelphia, he's the only one I like.
He's the only one I like. That's a big statement. Out of
Right?
everyone in Philadelphia, Joe Legambi's the only one I like.
I would be running for the hills.
This guy's wild, man.
That's true, Gianni. 100%.
What'd he say?
Hey, where did he get that picture of me at the end of the table? Oh, I didn't get permission for that.
I don't know, man. What, the Hulk one?
Oh, that's the Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was me. Never mind.
Yeah.
He is the worst human being alive. This guy right here, Joey Merlino.
This is
Horrible human
unbelievable.
being.
He doesn't even know him. Doesn't even know him like that.
Why do you say that?
He's a horrible. He robbed. He actually robbed Joe Pungitor's mother's jewelry. Joe Pungitor's mother was sleeping on a couch in her house. In the summertime, doors are open, everybody's in and out. He went in there, seen her sleeping, went upstairs and grabbed all her jewelry and took it. Also, he beats everybody, borrows money, never pays nobody back. When my uncle was in jail, I would collect my uncle's end from Chucky. It was always short, and it wasn't Chucky taking it. I know he was taking it, A few hundred here, a few hundred. Every time I got money, it was a few hundred short. And
See, all the shit that he's saying is he's like guessing. I'm just speculating it was him. He doesn't know for a fact any of it. He doesn't know for a fact that Merlino took money from his father. Like, why would he do that? You could just ask him for money.
Well, he's covering his ass that way.
Yeah, he wants to sound like a hero, like he did a service for the government, and he takes the bad guys off the street. He's not a bad guy.
Well, it'd be very hard, not that Joey would do it, but very hard to sue him for saying that, because he's saying, I don't know, but that's what I heard that he did. You know what I mean? He's not coming out and saying that it's pure fact, but it has nothing to do with what you're supposed to be talking about anyway.
No,
Just take
he's saying it's fact. Leonetti's stating it like he knows
for a fact.
for a fact.
Oh, I read
He
him
said
wrong.
he stole money from Pungitori's mom. Stole the jewelry from Pungitori's mom.
Well, the jewelry, but he would, and the money. He said, "I know it wasn't so and so. It had to be him."
Yeah. He's like alleging that,
say nothing to Chucky about it, but that's Joey Merlino.
and he never did. Never said nothing to Chucky about the fucking envelopes being short. So what did he do? Take his own money and even them out?
You don't take the guy who went and got it from Joey? Hey, come here. What? What'd you say? The guy's name was Chucky, right?
Yeah.
Chucky, come here. It's supposed to be 1,000. There's only 800.
Chucky is Joey's father,
Right.
and he's saying that his son was stealing money from his father.
From his father. Come on.
I,
It could be a plan waiting for Joey to come back and answer this.
I call bullshit, man.
Me too.
Low life.
You ever had a run-in with him? You ever had any experiences with him
No,
personally?
he was like younger when I was around. I used to.
All right, so you hear what he said, right? He was like younger when I was around, but listen to what he says next. Now he says some shit that he alleges that he knows, but he was younger when he was around.
Call him Jose.
Did he have any kind of connection to Johnny Gongs or no?
Well, I think he was friendly with him.
He was friendly with them.
As far as I know, I wasn't around at that time.
Do you know the rumor
Then
about
how do you
Johnny
know?
Gongs who, he would sit by his Corvette and put a $20 bill up top of it saying, if anybody can knock me out, they get to take that $20 bill?
Johnny
Do you know that
Gongs.
story?
No.
You know how he got that
apparently
name?
How?
They say that he hit you so hard, it was like hearing the big Buddha gong going off in your head. Bong! Is that a great name or what?
It's a great name. Some of these people have some really good names.
Tough guy.
There's a reason why they call him gongs is because when he would hit you, gongs, the sound, you would feel it. You didn't have any experience with him, though.
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
He never gonged you, Leonetti. Fleonetti. You never got gonged. I know Fleonetti got half cracked by Nicky Scarfo.
Mm-hmm.
He had to crack. Shut the fuck up. Right?
Fleonetti.
Interesting. Okay. How about John Vesey?
No, I didn't know him.
You didn't know him? Today?
No.
No. Why?
Because of all the cameras they have today, the police officers, the FBI, all the surveillance they have, you got to be really, just to kill somebody, you got to be really careful.
Today.
See, he loves this shit. He loves talking about it.
Just to kill somebody, you have to be careful.
Today. I mean, my uncle wanted to kill somebody in the casino back then. We could have did that back then, to break balls.
Can't do that today with cameras.
No.
Cameras are everywhere. You ever seen the movie Primal Fear?
No, but it sounds familiar.
Primal Fear is with a guy named Edward Norton.
Yes.
With Richard Gere. You ever seen it?
I might, if I did, it was a long time ago.
So let me ask you this question, and I'm curious to know what you're gonna say to this. In the movie Primal Fear, Edward Norton plays a role of this guy who has two personalities, right? And he is asked by the priest to do some stuff that inappropriate. Like the priest would bring him in and another girl and take your clothes off, do this to her, do that to her. This is the storyline of the movie. And eventually he snaps and he kills him in the movie, okay, Edward Norton. And he gets caught, he gets arrested. Richard Gere ends up becoming his attorney. And while he's going through with him, pushes him one time when he's asking tough questions, then all of a sudden this guy whose name is Aaron, and he stutters, Aaron turns into Roy. And Roy's this tough guy, pushing, challenging, like you can't push Roy. And Roy almost protects Aaron. So he's got two personalities, right? Okay, I watch you. Last time we go to dinner together, and I watch you. If I don't know you, you come across like a really nice guy.
He's saying that he has two personalities.
Right.
Yeah.
He's saying Leonetti does.
Yeah, he's saying it right to his face.
Easy
Absolutely,
going,
Johnny.
Chill. You're a good father. You want to do your best. You want to be a good family man. Are there two personalities to Phil? Is there the regular Phil that we know of, and is there the crazy Phil? There is?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't like that nickname, but
Oh, he says yeah.
He fucking loves that nickname. He's lying like a motherfucker. I don't like that nickname.
Oh, man.
I was a killer in the mob, and I left that in my mind.
You still are a killer. You didn't walk away from that the label, Fleonetti. You are a killer. And you killed your wife's boyfriend.
That's the craziest thing.
To steal your wife from her. I believe that's probably the reason why you killed him.
Yeah, could be. Jimbo Slice says he changed
make
his
myself
name to
normal.
Phil McCracken.
What happened?
Jimbo Slice said he changed his name to Phil McCracken.
My name's the Ultimate Warrior.
Phil McCracken.
Phil Leonetti.
It'll hit you.
I separated that life and a normal life. So when I was with my uncle, and we would kill somebody, or we had to plan killing people, that's what I did, and I was really, really good at it.
I was really, really good at it, but I'm a changed man. So now let's listen to Joey Merlino's response.
They signed the state. They said it was me. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go to court. I get convicted. I had Salavina. He was blind. When we went for lunch break, I had to hold his arm crossing the street. He couldn't see.
Yeah, that's bad.
The fuck shot I have?
Yeah, you had 0 shot.
Not dead.
Just like your bets this
Yeah.
week. Look
So
out.
now he tells me, don't worry
He
about it.
said, just like your bets this week, you got 0 shot. That was a good one.
Just
Snub.
like your bets this week.
defense. You never win trouble. You're going to get put.
I don't think people got that. Hey, Doug, thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate
Hey,
you.
Doug, nice job.
If anyone wants to donate, you can donate through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. And I appreciate every penny. We're trying to take this to another level. We just need funding on a couple projects, and help me help you. Thank you, Doug. It means a lot, man. Great guest, Staxx, always. I'm working on a few guys. You might come on for you. It's tough up here.
Oh, cool.
Get the guys on. Hell yeah, man. I'm with it. Just hit up my email, BillStaxx2021, and let me know. And if anyone wants to be involved with the projects I have, just email me and we'll find a spot for you.
Hell
Gianni,
yeah.
what's going on?
Gianni, you're 100% right. That's exactly what he said. Like he saw nothing wrong with it. And then he said, but I didn't start going out with her or anything for months after I killed him.
You should have never went out with her. How about that?
How about you should never have killed him?
No, yeah. He maybe did something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. We go get sentenced. I stand up. The judge says I gave you 7 years in state prison, aggravated assault. Count 1. Count 2, 7 years in prison, aggravated assault. Count 3, 7 years in prison, aggravated assault.
We got 90 people in the house. Hit that like button. Share this
Yeah.
video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We need 55 more people to have 10,000. So tell a friend to subscribe.
That's 21 fucking
21
years.
years.
He said, now get him out of my courtroom. So they take me.
21 years for some bullshit. You believe that?
Do I believe that a judge would do that without a
Yeah,
doubt?
of course, 100%. But what would you do? That's his first offense, man. 21 years. Insane.
I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker told me I was getting probation. I got 21 years.
Have a good day, Doug.
He comes down to see me. It's through the glass. You know, like the lawyer thing.
Yeah.
He's lucky. I would have wrapped the thing around his fucking neck. He says to me, I said, motherfucker, I got 21 years. He said, no, you got 7 years. It's concurrent. I don't know what the fucking concurrent means.
What's
What the fuck's
concurrent mean?
concurrent? I went to fucking 9th grade. I don't know. What's concurrent mean?
Concurrent means it's all together. Consecutive means it's one after another. You never want to hear consecutive ever. That's the worst word in the courtroom.
Truth. Unless it's about orgasms.
Yeah.
I
He
still don't
said they
know.
ran them all together. Like, so I got 7 years.
7 years for
7.
breaking up that, and he
For
wrote
a
about
fight.
you in his book.
Yeah,
but he
he
forgot
left
that
it-
part
Thanks,
out.
he
Doug.
left that
Have a
chapter
great
out.
day.
You know, they all got the same story.
Yeah.
Philip was never in jail. He got lucky. He always got out on bail. He beat every case. So he was Crazy Phil. He loved that name.
Yeah.
His mother loved it. When every day they used to write about him. He was like, they wrote about him every day. Crazy Phil Leonetti. He loved it. So he gets locked up, beats the case. He beat every case. If he would have beat the last case, he'd still be here. He'd still be Crazy Phil.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, too. A lot of these people, like Sammy, all these people, eventually they would have been taken down, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they would have been killed. because
I thought that's what you meant. No, he would have ended up being whacked.
No, Gotti, all of them, they all would have been arrested eventually because, I mean, you can only go so long with doing the things that they were doing.
Oh, true.
Like Gotti and Sammy and all them, their days were numbered because of what they did. There was no way it was going to keep going after what he did, taking out the boss with an unsanctioned hit. It's just not
right.
You can't do that and live out your days forever and think.
And I feel that's what made, forget all the bullshit that he makes up scammy there. That's what made him start thinking, I better start taking care of myself, because going against, or not even going up to the commission and saying, I want to do this. You know, he went to one or two people. Both of them said, I don't think it's a good idea. Right. And he went and did it anyway. You had to know they'd be coming for everybody. And he was there, Sammy. So he was going to go too. And
Yeah.
that's why he started doing what he was doing.
And he was good friends with Phil.
Right.
Yeah.
If,
So
if he didn't do that, I always wonder if Sammy didn't do what he did, where would this genre be right now? how many people would still be around?
It'd be a whole different landscape, I think. The way Gotti mocked the authorities was fatal, 100%.
Well, that was well. He was always respectful to them, but he made it seem like you don't matter to me. I'm untouchable.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
like
good.
running out of the courtroom, all the people cheering. He's like that, running, having a party. It's all televised.
Setting off the fireworks.
That
Yeah.
was too much. Too much. You're rubbing it in their face that you won. So
Right.
obviously they're not going to stop, and they did it to his son. It was never going to stop.
Absolutely.
But, then he went to jail and they babysat him. There was 20, they were all co-defense. My father was co-defense. They were with him in Holmesburg.
Okay.
He got beat up in Holmesburg. He didn't put that in the book. And a couple of guys smashed the guy there was a fight. As soon as he was by himself and lost the case, then he found God and the government. Now he's not crazy full no more. He's scared shit full.
Wow.
He got 40 years, and if he would have won that case, he'd be on the street right now.
Yeah.
My uncle made me do it, Phil.
Yep. And what I like he found God and the government.
Yeah. They all find God after the government, right?
Right.
The same thing he was doing his whole life.
Yeah.
But I guess when the handcuffs get on him, they find God. And he robbed those uncles' money and jewelry, and the government let him keep it.
Wow. It seems like the government lets everybody do whatever they want.
They do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they have this Megan's Law, which is good. If you're a sex offender and I move next door to you, I got to let you know.
Yeah.
Well, they should have a fucking law where when they move next to you, they got to notify.
Yeah.
Fucking
Gotta
Pete
rat,
Thelma, Mike,
absolutely.
he killed
Yeah, but
27
they're not
people,
going to
so-
do that because
Because
it's the witness protection program. So they're like hiding these people.
They're protecting them, of course.
Yeah.
If they
How do
ever
I
put
get
a
a
rule like
wrench?
that, nobody's going to come forward.
You got to grease the pockets to get a wrench here, Costanza. I'm playing, man.
It's
But-
May. We're having a May special.
Yeah, if you want to get a wrench, man, you just
It went
grease
from
the pockets.
2,500 down to 1,900.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Staxx, is Dominic still trying to take you 100% agnostic?
And I just saw his latest podcast.
Look that donkey right here. It's right here. He ain't gonna win. 100%.
I think when that day comes up, all you got to do is show up and you'll win.
Yeah, I think he might have to pay me some money, man. Tell you the truth. But we don't need to get into that right now. All these pigs are on the FBI's payroll. 100%.
Them next door to you. Fuck, you don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let's not give them too much. We'll save that for next episode.
Yeah, so tell Phil you left a couple chapters out in his book.
All right.
You left a couple chapters out there, Phil.
He didn't say nothing about that.
And of course, he left all the good stories out.
Yeah.
You
Well, they do the same shit. They just lie. It's whatever benefits them
Yeah.
to make
Well,
money.
maybe there'll be a couple more stories.
So he's not
episode
crazy.
4.
He's not crazy Phil no more. He's scared shit Phil.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk maybe a little bit more about that in episode 4.
Yeah.
Who knows where we're going to be?
It's very exciting, like watching a snail race. Agnostic says, yeah, man, 100%. Big mistake if you choose not to hide and take their services. Hey, there's other people who have did their time and haven't cooperated because they didn't need to. And people like Sato and Punch and
Punch, yeah.
Pedge, like here, let's take a real quick look at a little bit of what's to come.
So where we gonna start?
We can start wherever you want, wherever you think is a good story for the people out there that are listening. Introduce yourself first, and then we'll start.
Okay, I'm gonna start from the Bronx. I will start working in a restaurant, Amichos, in the Bronx. That's the Arthur Avenue, Belmont Avenue, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working with a couple people. I was working in a kitchen, and every night they come like the Victor, Latai, some couple people, and they told me, come Tsaro with us, come Tsaro with us, come Tsaro with us. And I have a very nice chef. It was from us country there. It was a long time there. He worked with the mafia, you know, but he's a chef. And he told me, don't go, Tsaro, better you work. They come with too much money and this and that. They order Dom Perignon, they everything, you know. I see, oh shit, I never see my life like this money. And one day I said, fucking, I dropped that shit. I said to him, I'm go.
Stay tuned. That one's coming. I'm going to drop that one tonight.
It's like I told you, I know that man. That's a tough, crazy man.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
All his family is still back over there.
Yeah, he lives over there.
Yeah, when he was here, I mean, he lived alone. Everybody else was back there.
He was deported. So the story is, they planted an FBI agent to go be his girlfriend. You believe that shit?
Yeah, oh yeah, it happens all the time.
Here's a picture of him in prison. That's him on the bottom crouching.
Oh yeah, that's him.
He did 18 years.
Wow, I didn't know it was that long.
Without cooperating.
They were breaking in, going through the roofs and hitting all the safes and all the supermarkets and all the
the supermarkets. He talks about all that.
Yeah, I know.
One of the heists, they got a bunch of gold, and he said there were these big crates sitting in the room, and they went right by him. He said he's watching the news the next day. $20 million was in the crates, and they missed him.
They didn't know?
They didn't know.
And he's still alive. Oh, my God.
Crazy, man. But anyway, it's been a great show. Thank you so much, Sonny.
Yeah, thank you, man. We had fun. Best chat in the business.
100%.
Thanks to Chicky for stopping by, too. That was nice.
Yeah, we haven't had to flush anybody.
Not today, yeah.
No, it's great.
Thank God. I have the whole thing dismantled. I was making it faster.
Yeah. You're hooking up the jail toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you guys all have a great day. Stay tuned for more exclusive content on the way. I got a lot of new interviews that are going to be coming. I got one that might fucking blow your mind next week. Insane. Something I bet you ain't going to see that coming.
Right.
But if you guys like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, put the bell on all so you get all the videos every time they drop. And if you want to donate, you can donate through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle. And if you want to be a guest on the show, hit me up on my email, billstax2021@gmail.com. And if you don't like this content, too bad. Start your own podcast.
And remember,
don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.